Okay, this particular kit is different than what I built in a previous video. This one, I'll give you the location at the Amazon.com where I bought this kit from, because when I was struggling with the one I was building out of parts I had, the software wasn't working, the sketch wasn't working. Anyway, these guys actually have a website, and then you go and you click on that website, and then scroll down, and there's this robot, and there are instructions and how you download a sketch for the Arduino, and then download a manual, and that you can follow the manual, but 1, but 2. It goes from one step to step 2, step 3, step 4, and so on and so forth. Now, this thing comes with several different sensors. This one here is basically an ultrasound. One is a speaker and one is the receiver. It sends it out, and if it detects something about 20 centimeters away, it stops and starts rotating this sensor right here. And after it tries to find basically where there is a room for it to go. Okay, everything you see here came in the kit. So there's an Arduino, there's a motor driver, and then you have 2 identical, like this one and this one here. These are basically infrared sender and receiver, and one of the programs, one of the sketches for the Arduino is that you can follow a black line on a contrasting surface. It will not run on a white, if you don't have a light color. It doesn't have to be white, but it cannot be a black floor where you put a black tape. That won't work. But concrete or tiles or whatever, yeah, that will work just fine. On carpet, I don't know if I would recommend this one for carpet. It might work fine depending on how flat the carpet is. Okay. Now, it also comes with this little attachment, and what this does, the whole kit comes with this remote, and then you can push the button up to go that way, or down to go this way, down this way, or whatever. So this little remote is communicating with this. Now, I have to be honest, I have not been able to make this kit to work with this. I mean, I can see that this sensor here, which is an infrared receiver, is blinking, which means that it's wired right and it's doing what it should be doing in here. But as it's plugged into the Arduino, for whatever reason, it does not want to respect this remote. So if I figured out how to fix that part, then I'll be more than glad to go back and update this video. This does come with an 18650 battery holder, and it requires 2 18650 batteries. Now, I love these batteries because I take apart old laptop batteries. Okay, as you can see, those are nicely used batteries. And what I do is I carefully, with gloves and eye protection, I take the battery apart, the outside, which is this black plastic. Very careful. It's very sharp, by the way, so definitely have gloves and eye protection, and use pliers and so on, knives, and whatever it takes to get inside. And the smallest amount of batteries are in these used battery packs, so you can even buy one. It makes it cheaper basically if you just buy the smallest battery from like Amazon. It's actually cheaper than buying these batteries separately. Now if you want to buy brand new ones, that's also an option at Amazon and other places. Now this particular holder has an on and off switch, so you don't need another switch. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and cover this up. I'm going to put the remote back over here. Now this already comes soldered, this wire, which will have the Arduino power going right here, just like it normally goes. Okay, and then there is 2 more wires, and they plug in to this little board that is basically like this motor driver, only much smaller, and it's not as fancy as this one, but it works. Okay, and you just have to be careful when you're wiring the things. Just follow the instructions and make sure that you put in the correct wire in the correct spot, because if you miss one of those up, things will not work, or maybe even go haywire. Now I'm going to turn it on, and as you can see, it's going forward, right? If I'm going to put my hand there we go. See, it looks left and right, and then it turns, a direction, and then it'll go forward again. So what you can do is I'm going to shut this off. What you can do is on the floor, you can take old boxes and pieces of wood, whatever you have on hand, and you can, for instance, create kind of a little maze where this sensor will detect where it cannot go, and then it'll try to turn around left or right and tries to get out the maze. But you can also just make a little like a hallway, and at the end we'll have some kind of a representing a wall, or you can run it in a living room, or other places in your real hallway, and see if it's going to go to the end and then turn around and come back to you. So now it's not perfect. Okay, don't be alarmed if this thing basically sometimes runs in like a partially this sensor, this ultrasound sensor. If it is just partially blocked, then as you can see that this whole kit, this whole robot is much wider than the sensor can sometimes see, and so this here will run into something and stop it. So that's normal. The program is made to do that, so it's not perfect, but the nice thing about it is you get everything, all the screws, you get all the brackets, you get all the sensors, you get the Arduino and the motor drive, as well as the motors themselves, the second floor, or the top piece that's elevated, so you can put this controller in. And so basically first you assemble everything but the top part, and then you add the standoffs, and there are let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4 for this part, for the second, I call it the second floor. Okay, and then there are standoffs also for the Arduino, and as well as for the battery. As you can see, it's not sitting on this black piece, plastic piece. It's sitting on these little standoffs, and it's easy to do. Everything has the right holes. I would say that this is, for the price, I think this this little robot is very well worth the money. Everything fits, and at least one of the sketches work for the Arduino, and so for the out of the box, it really works. It's just how would I say this? It's probably the easiest one to put together when you are matching, like my previous video where I had all kinds of different parts. I had to write the software for it using ChatGPT, but I made it work. So that's pretty cool, pretty quick video about this particular robot. And in the description, I'm going to put where you can buy it on Amazon. That's where I bought it. You might be able to buy it cheaper from somewhere else, but what I liked about this company is that they have a website where you get all the instructions, the sketches, and there's a bunch of sketches, more than 10, and they test different things. So just read the description and put it in the right place on your computer, and then open it up and upload it, and then you can save it somewhere else where the Arduino IDE has its own folder and puts those things there. So that's this one. You have a great day again.